There's a quote that says, and to paraphrase, that the greatest tragedy of coaches is not a lack of understanding of the game, but a lack of understanding of their players. And for me, this quote has always hit home to me because I think of myself as a young coach and the mistakes I made and the things I've learned over time. And I think one of the biggest mistakes young new coaches make is their thrive for knowledge for the game and understanding, new training techniques and drills and exercises and things like that to try to maximize and help their players versus really trying to understand their players and having empathy for the players and learning more about them. I think over time as a coach, that's what has helped me the most is the more I've understood kids, the more I've understood players, and I can take my understanding of the game and really reach them. I think back to when I first started coaching and I was more concerned about the complexity of training activities or how good a training session was or how a team was performing, and sometimes that would lead me to ignore what was actually going on with the players, how the players are feeling, and what that did is although my intentions were good, I wanted the best training and the best result for my players. I wasn't getting that because I wasn't really thinking about them. I was thinking about me, in essence. I was thinking about how good I can look as a coach, how great my training activities were, how great my coaching points were of a game, that I looked, like a really professional, great coach. And I didn't really stop to think about how what I was doing was really affecting or the impact it had on the players themselves. So going back to that quote and something that I think over time has become even more and more evident to me and I think has helped me be more successful as a coach is that empathy for players. Really caring about the player first, the sport second, the training second, and really trying to understand them. If you have a team, understanding the players and then the team collectively as individuals, as people, as a group. When you have that understanding and you learn more about them, that was what really unlocks your potential as a coach to reach them, take all the information and help them grow in every way possible on and off the field. For me, if I could go back and talk to my younger self when he first started coaching, and this would be one of the biggest lessons I think I would want them to learn as early as possible, him to learn as early as possible, is that empathy for your players, that understanding for your players is one of the most important things that any coach, teacher, of anything needs to learn first. And then that allows you to take all that information and knowledge about the game and help reach that person, that player, learn and develop and grow their skills. But that is impossible to do, and very hard to do if you don't understand the person themselves. So when you're looking at coaching education and trying to become a better coach, definitely look at different activities, skills, best practices, and things like that from the training session games. But you really, really need to do your research and learn more about the players. What age group are you working with? What makes sense when you're working with 5 to 8 year olds versus 9 to 12 year olds and 12 to 15 year olds and 15 to 18 year olds. All those players in those age group ranges are vastly different, not just from their development and cognitive standpoint, those age groups, but just the person themselves. You take a group of 10-year-olds and you have such vastly different personalities. So you need to understand not just what kids in that age group tend to need, but also what each individual player needs based on kind of who they are at that point in their lives and how you can help them kind of grow and reach their next level of potential. So again, learn about your players, understand what they need, and then that is by far what makes you the most effective and high level coach you can possibly be.